YouTube, what is happening, guys? Joe, just your average Joe. We made a trip to Raleigh. A, we're getting some workout equipment today, as I mentioned in my previous video. But B, I did a deal. There was a pretty good deal that came across Marketplace. It was a Game Boy, yellow Game Boy with like 12 games. Had Pokemon, one Pokemon game, Zelda, some other good games, Mario 1, Mario 2, I think Wario World, and a few other decent games. And then a Super Nintendo with Mario RPG, Mario Kart, I forget what else, some other pretty good titles. Nothing crazy, but some pretty good titles. And just the games, nothing crazy. The guy wanted $400 for both lots, and I offered him $300, a little high, but I price charted him around $560. So I figured, you know what, I'll take the trip up to Raleigh, because I was going to be about 45 minutes away. About 45 minutes away from Raleigh, picking up some workout equipment. So I figured I'll make the trip over to Raleigh and pick this lot up. You know, potential to make about $250-ish, give or take, after fees, or well, before fees and stuff. Obviously, the customers normally pay shipping for me, at least the way I do my stuff, as y'all know. But long story short, I figured I could make about $200, give or take, off the deal. So it was worth it. It was worth it for me, and it was all retro stuff, which I like. And there wasn't really any keepers for me initially. So I meet the guy, and I asked him if he has, again, it goes back to several of y'all said the same thing. I think the Dark 25 and a couple other guys always ask when you're doing deals. So I asked him before we met, do you have any other video game stuff that you're looking to get rid of? And he said, yeah, I'll bring some other stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. So we get to our meeting spot in Raleigh, and he's got, well, I have no way to change this, but I'm gonna copy these two videos together. So check this out. He's got complete inbox. Well, he's got Nintendo games with the boxes, and then he's got some of the boxes for like Mario RPG and 007 with the manuals. And he has a whole box in there. The 007 is full of just random manuals for random games. Then come over here, he had the box for the Game Boy, he had Final Fantasy, he had boxes for the other stuff as well. And then underneath that box, which I'm not going to pull it because I'm driving, is a PS2, which he said he couldn't get working for some reason. And I was like, okay, well, I'll take a shot on it. Worst case, I'll sell it for $30 for parts. Inside that box is a OG Game Boy, which he sold me as well. He was like, you know, all the same deal. He was like, here's an OG Game Boy. He said he wasn't able to get it working either. I was like, okay, I'll take a shot on it. And then back there, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know how it's picking up, but there are two, like the gamepad, dance gamepads or whatever for, obviously you're not getting a good picture of it, but the dance gamepads for PS2, I forget what game it's for, but it's for the dance gamepads. So I don't know what those go for, but they're like mint, new condition. Let me switch back over now. So there you go. That was a pretty good deal for now. I think I'm gonna keep probably Double Dragon, probably on Mario RPG. I already have Mario RPG, but I don't have the box, so I can still get rid of the game, but I'm gonna keep the box. I think I'm gonna keep Zelda DX. I don't think I've got Zelda DX, and I might keep the yellow Game Boy since I got it in the box, and might end up keeping that one. But I still think, even after keeping several things out of this collection now, for myself, I still think it's going to be like in the $800 range, give or take. So double my money, maybe even a little bit more, because like I looked up Excitebike before I hit the road again, and Excitebike Complete, which I'm not going to keep, it's like $80 just for Excitebike. I was like, what? So I don't know what, you know, was it Rad Racer? I looked up Rad Racer too. Rad Racer's like $78. I'm not going to keep Rad Racer. There's no, you know, and some of these I already have, like Mario 2 Complete in Box I already have. So anyway, I was just kind of shocked. I'll just say that. Like, he pulled all this stuff out. He was just going to, in the $300 was just including a lot of the box stuff, because it was just loose box stuff. And then he just had the Nintendo games and was like, you know, I'll do another $100 for the Nintendo games too. And I was just like, I was just saying, I was like, you're already including all the boxes for all of them. I'm in for 100 for the games too, absolutely. And then the fact that the pads, I don't know what these dance pads go for, but I imagine these game pads go for about $30, give or take, for the PS2. So pretty good score. It's early this morning. I hit the road 8:30 this morning, head up to Raleigh, and then I'm heading over to, if anybody's from or around the area, Carthage, North Carolina, which is about 45-ish minutes from Raleigh, and picking up a Bowflex weight bench there. Not like a dumbbell, like bench press weight bench, but just a regular bench to like do dumbbells and stuff on, because I mentioned in my other video that I'm picking up Bowflex adjustable dumbbells right after that. So for $75 for that, and then $250 for the dumbbells. That's not a bad deal. If for some reason I decide not to do working out with the dumbbells, or don't like them for whatever reason, they resell for like $350. They're like new condition, so I can always resell those and make a couple bucks if I decide to do that later down the road. Yeah, man, craziness. Craziness. I thought I was just getting a Super Nintendo with 9 games loose, and a Game Boy, yellow Game Boy Color with 12 games loose, and now I've got basically all the boxes for all of them, which is nuts. So plus extra stuff. There's game manuals, extra game manuals to games that, you know, some manuals are high dollar depending what games there are. And by the look of the games, he's got Final Fantasies, he's got Pokemons, he's got all the Mario games, so who knows what's in there. And it's Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, and Game Boy. Well, I'll let you guys know more on Monday, but wild stuff this morning. So that's what I got to share. I'm so excited. Like, I'm like a little kid in a candy store right now, like on Christmas morning. Like, holy, are you serious? It's nuts. But anyway, appreciate you guys watching as always. Obviously this is a little bit different video than normal, but I had to share, man. I'm just like tickled to death. And obviously because I'm a collector, you know, I'm like, I get to keep, I'm going to keep some of these things. Like, you don't come across these things too often, so it's a win-win. You know, it's going to a good home. Some of the stuff is going to go to a good home, my home, and some of the stuff is going to get sold and go to a good home. And I can, I don't know, try to double my money. 400 in, should be able to do 8 with all the box, complete box stuff. You know, obviously after fees and things like that, maybe closer to like $650-ish, give or take. You know, but still like a $250 come up with keeping some things. I don't think that's too bad, man. That's my boy math, like my wife says. If it was up to her, she'd say, get rid of all of it, sell it all, okay? Because if I'm sure I'm at like 1,000 if I had to guess at this point for 400.
Keep right onto White Hill Road.
Oh, there you go, White Hill Road. I gotta stop and get gas actually. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Enjoy your. Oh gosh, all right. Talk to y'all later. We'll see ya. Bye.